actually Wednesday. Basically finalized our third down game plan and getting ready to get on a plane tomorrow to go to South Bend. We'll practice tomorrow morning, catch a flight tomorrow afternoon, and be in South Bend, and we'll practice there on Friday. As far as injuries go, we held Toa out one more day with that pec strain. Rasheem Green, just for preventative measures, he should be back tomorrow, and Isaiah Langley with illness. Besides that, all other injuries are status quo. With that, I'll take any questions that you got.
What's the status of Josh Fatu?
Josh is probably out for this game, going through concussion protocol. We'll see if we can't get him back next week, but he's listed day to day, but the reality is it's probably next week.
How does Chuma look?
Looks really good. A lot better than he did last week. He was right on the brink last week of being able to play, and just didn't feel perfect going into that Utah game after warm-ups, and we decided to hold him and get him really healthy. And fortunately got a victory, and now he's healthy for Notre Dame.
And what about Stephen Carr?
Stephen Carr right now is still, as you've seen, is not out here practicing right now, so he's still listed day to day, but doubtful right now.
How do you feel about the depth on the defensive line, especially that tackle spot with Kevin stepping away?
Yeah, we're a little light. You know, we brought over Jay Tufeli and Jake Lichtenstein off our service team to get extra reps just in case emergency situations. The good thing that we have is we have a lot of guys that double train. As you can see, Liam Jimmins can play a nose, or he can play a 3. Christian Rector can play an end or can play a 3 technique. Malik Dorton has played nose and 3 before. So you got guys that can rotate in different spots, and as we've done here for many years, we double train positions just for the worst possible scenario. You hope for the best, but you better prepare for the worst.
This time 2 years ago, you were preparing for your first game as interim coach. What sort of stands out, or what do you remember at that week?
Just the honor it was to be associated with this game. You know, I'm a football fan and a lover of the game, and to be associated with a USC Notre Dame game, that tradition, to have a part in that legacy, it's an honor. It was my first game with these guys, and it was one that even though it came out as a loss, I'll never forget that memory of carrying those guys down and watching them fight so hard in that game. Hopefully there'll be better memories to come.
Daniel Monterbebe was saying yesterday, before you coached that first game in 2015, you showed him like a PowerPoint of the Notre Dame rivalry, like to go over the history. That's something you do regularly?
Yeah, it's something that I want them to understand. You know, this is the greatest intersectional rivalry there is in college football. I mean, it's a game that's been played over 90 years, 22 national championships between the two. It's something that's truly special. It's good for the fans, it's good for the universities, and it's great for the teams. And, you know, I want them to understand what it means win this game, to keep the shillelagh, to have your year of your team on that board in our team meeting room under victories over Notre Dame. I mean, that's an important thing, and that's leaving your mark. And you know, obviously we're about championships here, but man, what a special game! What a special game to be a part of. It makes the hair stand up on the back of your neck thinking about it.
Did you get an update on Porter after the MRI and CAT scan?
Yeah, just not right yet. We'll hopefully we'll check it week to week, and when the doctors feel really good about it, then we'll move forward. But until you see him out here practicing, he won't just show up and be at a game. He'll get practice time, and obviously being out this is his 4th week, so he'll need some football movement and football shape.
At what point do you start to make plans for what kind of role Christian Rector plays when Porter comes back and you guys are at full strength?
Well, the good thing is with Christian, again, like I said, he's a kid that has double trained. He's been behind Rasheem. He's been the opposite 3 technique, opposite of Rasheem on third down pressures, as well as being with Porter outside. You know, when Porter comes back, obviously his first game may not be able to go in 80 plays. So the ability for those 2 guys to roll in together, I think, will be helpful for our team.
You guys ran the ball really well in the second half last week. Did you guys figure something out there?
I just thought a little bit we wore down the defense just a little bit. When you have drives of 16, 11, and 11, all over 88 yards plus, that wears down defenses. And credit to our offensive line. I thought they did a tremendous job in the fourth quarter, really controlling the line of scrimmage. And 25 was running hard, and then Vi came in with fresh legs and ran hard too. 7 carries for 87 yards on that last drive to really finish the game. And we always talk about running the ball when you must to win games, and I'm proud of those kids. They got the job done and won it.
Are you seeing any trends on why the offense is starting slowly, and do you have any solutions to maybe help that?
I think the 2 previous games we scored on the opening drive. Last game we had a great drive going, got it down to the 30-yard line, and then you have a fumbled exchange. Really felt like that whole first half, like the ball was moving up and down the field. We really shot ourselves in the foot, just being honest. And came in at halftime, really didn't make any adjustments because things were working, with the exception of we needed to play clean football. Was very honest with the kids, that this was their opportunity to show who they were going to be for the rest of the year, and they went out and showed it. They were accountable to each other and to their teammates and won the game.
Did you get to take everybody? No travel limit this week. Does everybody get to go?
We're allowed over 70. We're allowed over 70, and we will be over 70. We will not take the entire team, but we'll take as many as we can.
With Tufele potentially playing, getting him ready for the possibility, what sort of goes into the decision whether or not to actually play him in a game?
I think it'll have to be a couple injuries. If we get in a situation where we have a ding or two and really feel like we still got 5 regular season games, possible Pac-12 championship game. Who knows after that? You got somewhere between 6 to 8 games you're going to still left, and in today's time to have the chance to win a Pac-12 championship, you may need every soldier you got around you. And Jay's a pretty dang good one, and has really grown up over this first half of the season, and we would not move him over if we didn't think he could help us.
Brandon Peely had already kind of begun to emerge before this. What do you see from him right now at this point?
I thought he played excellent at Utah. He really stepped up big time for us, and he holds the point of attack. I think that's one of the things that you see when you have a big man holding that gap where there's 2 offensive linemen that are having a double team. Who ends up having a great game? Cam Smith. You look at 16 tackles, that means a nose tackle is doing his job. You always want to be so strong down the middle of your defense, nose, Mike, free safety, and you look at us right now with a big man in Brandon Peely that's going to be playing exceptional football, Cam Smith, and then you got Seahawk and Marvell and in the post, depending on the formation. That's a pretty strong group. I think that's one of the reasons they're playing really solid football.
Do one more.
You resting Cam Smith this week at all?
Just the wear and tear of 12 straight weeks. This is week 8 of game week with no bye, but it's really week 13 of playing football with 5 weeks of training camp. So there are times that you're going to need to rest some of the players that have gotten high rep counts. Cam is one of those. You saw us do that with Deontay last week, and Deontay came out and had a great game. There's just times where guys need a day or 2 off to regroup and get over some bumps and bruises, to get their legs back, and to be able to get over just not significant injuries, but just get the body feeling good again, and that's what we're doing with Cam. Okay. All righty, guys. Thank you.